Alright, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I don't know what time it is when you're watching this, and frankly I don't really care, sorry. But if you're watching this video, one of two things has happened. One, you've been wandering through airsoft videos on YouTube and for some reason you ended up here. I don't know how, but you know, kind of cool. Or the more likely option is that you clicked on the link that I put on the Facebook page. Basically, on a weekly basis, I get asked the same question. Garrett, what do I need to come and play airsoft with you guys? And rather than typing the same answer out every single week, I've decided to just do a video so then I can copy paste it and be lazy. So, 3 basic things you need to play airsoft. You need eye protection, a working gun, and BBs. Those are the 3 things I'm going to go into the most detail about. I'll go into detail about some of the other stuff too, but I'm mainly concerned about the brand new player showing up to the field. So, first thing, eye protection. You like your eyes, right? I like them in my head personally. BB guns or airsoft guns will remove them. So, you want to wear eye protection. Kootenay Airsoft Club requires that you wear full seal ANSI rated eye protection. The ANSI rating is basically a commercial standard in North America. It's a stamp that's usually put on the lens. That's the rating that we require. I'll put a link or an annotation or something up above or below or over here. I don't know where, but I'll put an annotation or whatever so you guys can see exactly what that looks like. Basically, it means no snowboard goggles. Snowboard goggles are not ANSI rated. Another option is paintball mask. I highly recommend paintball masks. They're all ANSI rated. They all offer built-in face protection. They're comfortable. They're anti-fog, usually. Paintball industry's been doing this for a long time and they've pretty much nailed it. So, not a bad option. The only problem is you don't look super cool operator. But to each his own. Obviously, if you're wearing goggles, they don't have lower face protection. I recommend, if you're over 18, you should grab a mesh lower mask. BBs will knock out teeth and get stuck in your face. I've seen it. If you are under 18, you must have lower face protection. Over 18, you can wear just goggles if you want. Under 18, you have to wear a paintball mask or goggles with a lower face mask. I don't want to have to explain to your mom why you're missing a tooth. Okay? Angry moms are not good. So, that covers eye protection. Second thing you need is you need a working gun. And when I say a working gun, I don't just mean any airsoft gun you can find. Walmart, Canadian Tire Specials, avoid them. They're a waste of your money. You will regret your buying decision almost immediately unless all you want to do is shoot cans at 10 feet in your backyard. Okay? I'm going to go through a couple quick options for you. First option. Us at Kootenay Airsoft, we're kind of a special snowflake club in the fact that over half of us run AKs as our primary weapon system. This is a CYMA AK, C-Y-M-A. This is an AK-47. I put rails on it and painted it because I wanted to feel cool. These things shoot great. They range anywhere between $200 to $300, and honestly, I don't think you can go wrong with a CYMA AK. They come in all sorts of flavors. So obviously, not everybody likes AKs. Most people will go with something like this. This here is a King Arms M4. I don't know if they make the King Arms M4 anymore, this exact variant, but I know they make a G&G combat machine, and it looks exactly like this, and it probably shoots better. They range anywhere between $180 to $250, $300, depending on whether you want rails or sights or different stocks or grips or barrel lengths or whatever. They're great guns, they shoot awesome, I highly recommend them to new players. Right? There's tons of other options as well. If you don't want to go with an M4 or an AK, you can get MP5s and M14s and, you know, any other kind of special snowflake gun you want, but I would recommend one of those two if you're getting started. If you want something else, message me, I'll help you through it. Third thing you need, obviously, is you need BBs. And I'm not going to go into too much detail about BBs, but basically when I say BBs, don't buy Walmart Canadian Tire BBs. Buy Airsoft grade, polished BBs. Okay? It's a waste of time to buy the cheapy Canadian Tire ones. They will wreck your gun, so avoid them. Get at least 0.2 gram BBs, at least. Any airsoft site has BBs, and pretty much all of them are okay for beginner's purposes. Obviously the BBs will go in a magazine. I'll go into the difference between magazines real quick here. These are high capacity magazines. High capacity magazines usually come with beginner guns. They have a door on the top, like this. You open the door, you dump the BBs in, and then on the bottom there's a winding mechanism. You wind it, BBs come up. The only problem with these is while they hold like 300 to 500 rounds each, they make this annoying rattle sound. Great for new players, but most players outgrow these within a couple months. So, when you find, or if you find you outgrow high capacity magazines, you want to move something a little more realistic, you get mid capacity magazines. Mid capacity magazines look exactly the same, except the only difference is they don't have a hatch on the top. You don't dump BBs into them. What you do is you take a speed loader and you push BBs down into them. They have a channel with a spring behind it, and basically they work like a real mag. So they hold about 100 rounds each, and the benefit is when they're loaded, they don't rattle. Plus, with 100 rounds, you have to do reloads more often, which make you feel really cool, right? They don't rattle, and you don't have to wind them, and you feel cool when you do reloads. So, super plus on mid caps. So, those are the three things you need to play airsoft. Eye protection, ANSI rated, full seal eye protection, a working gun that's not from Walmart, and high quality BBs. If you have those three things up and you come out to play, you will have fun. I guarantee it. Some other things obviously you can get into, and I'll go into real quick, is if you're carrying around a bunch of these mid capacity magazines, they only hold 100 rounds each, you probably need 3 or 4 of them. What do you carry them in? Well, there's a couple options for that. Option A I recommend to new players is, look at something like this. This is just a cheap Chi-Com rig. You see lots of movies where bad guys with AKs have these. Right? Vietnam movies, I think even some modern Afghanistan movies and stuff, guys are rocking these. I've had this one for 7 years. It's awesome. I love it. Never going to sell it. Obviously, that's an AK option. This here is a cheap M4 option. This is a pattern 83, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Canadian webbing harness. It holds M4 magazines. It's got double M4 mag pouches. Usually has a canteen pouch on it. I've removed mine. And it has a big butt pack. These are awesome too. Range anywhere between 40 to 60 bucks depending on the condition. After that, you can move to something like a plate carrier, or you can even move to a higher end chest rig. I suggest avoiding plate carriers to start. If you're not used to them, they can be heavy. If they're not fit right, they can be uncomfortable. And in the summertime, they can be hot. If that's what you want to do, you do you though. But I recommend starting with a chest rig or something. Another thing I highly recommend is players start off with a belt kit. A belt kit, all you got to do is just go out and buy some magazine pouches, put them on your belt, you're good to go. And then when you decide you want to upgrade to a plate carrier or some kind of chest rig, you can take those pouches that you bought for your belt and you can just move them to your plate carrier. Value. It's good, right? I avoid telling people to go buy those cross-draw vests with the built-in pistol holster and the magazine pouches over here. They're attractive, the price is attractive to new players, but I find that after about a month or two you'll find that they don't really suit your needs anymore, and just the way they're designed, you can't move stuff around on them. and the pistol holsters frankly suck on them. I see pistols fall out of them all the time, so I would avoid those. If you're dead set on getting some tactical gear, I say get a battle belt or one of those two surplus options. Other things you can look at, boots. Boots are very important. Doesn't matter how good your gun shoots or how cool you look in your plate carrier, if your feet hurt, it's going to suck. So I recommend getting a good pair of boots. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Helmets. You can look at helmets too if you want. I find when it comes to new players, they create issues. They trap a lot of heat and they cause fogging issues. I would avoid them to start with, but if you want a helmet, you do you. Yeah, that's pretty much everything we've gone through. I'll just recap real quick one more time. To show up to a game, you need 3 things. ANSI rated full seal eye protection, a working gun, and BBs. Usually guys are fairly nice and they will lend you BBs, but don't make a habit of it because nobody likes that guy. I hope this video helps you guys out, and if you have any questions, feel free to message me on the Facebook page. I'm usually paying attention to it. If I miss you by a day or so, I'm probably busy, with real life, and don't be offended, but feel free to ask questions on the page. We're all there to help you, and we'll hope to see you out at the field.